How do we become more creative? How do we become more adept at coming up with new ideas? Particularly if we are a speaker. Now, if we're in Toastmasters, we know that we have to present speech after speech down the years. And often it's a challenge that people say, I can't think of what to say. I can't think of what to talk about. Easy. Develop your creativity so that you can keep coming up with new ideas. So how can you do that? I'm sure there are many ways, but the way I'm thinking of now is the old left brain, right brain concept. If we are a right-handed person, we write with our right hand, then we are using our left brain mainly for putting together the words, the sentences. But if we want to visualize something, we are using our right hand side of our brain, the right hemisphere. We can develop the ability to use the right hemisphere more easily if we practice using our non-dominant hand. That is, if we're right-handed, we try doing things with our left hand. Getting into the habit of using your left hand for something other than just holding or grabbing things or as a balance. One of the ways to do it is to practice writing with your non-dominant hand. It isn't easy to start with. And it's because it isn't easy that you are finding that you are developing your ability to be able to think in words using your non-dominant hand. And this is developing your ability to think with that upper hemisphere of your brain, which is not used so much in writing and putting together words and sentences. So now you have your left and right hand brain both working in unison rather than just one side of it. That's the theory anyway. And maybe the theory is wrong, and maybe I'm interpreting the theory as wrong. But I have noticed that if I use my left hand to write, and as I did a few years ago, I started to write handwriting with my left hand, it was terrible. All over the page, couldn't put anything together, but gradually, very gradually, the skill became a little bit better and a little bit better until it's almost as good now as writing with my right hand. What's this got to do with you as a speaker? By developing the other side of your brain, the visual side of it, and integrating it with writing and words, I believe that it gives you a greater idea or a more propensity to come up with subject matter for speeches. Now, I could be wrong here, but over the years, I've put together many, many speeches on many, many subjects. I never seem to have a challenge of coming up with an idea of what to speak about. And I put it down to this, that I have gradually developed both sides of my brain. Now, I see the brain not as the mind. The mind is far, far greater than any brain. But our minds work through our brains. We could say we open the pipes a little bit more, let more to flow through when we have both sides of our brain working rather than just the one side. Now, obviously, both sides of our brain are working all the time, but are they working the way we want them to, both sides? Obviously, by using our non-dominant hand, which activates the right hemisphere of our brain if we're right-handed, then we are doing the right thing and we will become more creative. This is just a suggestion. If you find it hard to come up with speech subjects and you want to become more of an all-rounder, be more creative, try using your non-dominant hand far more than you have been to date. Do it for everything. Things like cleaning your teeth, maybe in the morning, cleaning your teeth with your non-dominant hand. Being aware of what you're doing. This will make you more creative, I think. I hope you've got something from this video.